Our daughter has an incredibly rare brain disorder. She is one of 50 in the entire world who has what she has. And we knew that she needed to be in a place that accepted her for who she was.
The Frazer Center is wonderful because it is one of a kind.
Because how often do you find a school or a social service agency that is tucked up in the woods, passing beautiful gardens, that allows staff, children, participants to take a hike, go into a garden to breathe?
It really is the only place that brings together this beautiful natural surroundings with an educational program for some amazing people of all ages and all walks of life.
We have children with disabilities learning side by side with their typically developing peers.
One of the things that's so unique about Frazer, I mean, we make a great first impression when you pull up to Frazer Center.
We walked into Frazer Center and it was like the angels were singing, "Oh," right? And Aaron gets this huge smile on his face, and you can tell he is in the middle of joy. He's in the middle of a space where he knows he's going to be supported, where he knows he's welcomed, where you can feel the wonderfulness of the place. And Drew is just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody here just came up to me and just made me feel like I'm already part of the Frazer family.
The Frazer Center is wonderful because we allow the adult participants to develop a social life that they might not have ever had before.
She wanted that independence, and that was one of the really special things about coming here, was being in the community by yourself as an adult, like all adults should get to do.
It was so bad for a while, you know, when we didn't have any, that I was actually getting ready to look for another job, and Emory was a dream job, but I'm getting ready to look for another job because there's nothing here for my boys.
We actually were asked to leave our last facility because of her disability. They said that they were an inclusive place to be, but
everyone's definition of inclusive is a little different.
And truth be told, we were kind of scared once we were accepted, and as excited as we were, because of what happened before.
It's almost like the parents are holding their breath. Will we get a call today to come get our child? Is today the day?
I mean, it's a lot for us, so we were like, letting her in with other people was kind of scary. And
they said, you're probably gonna have to call us. They were really trying to give us their idea of the real picture, almost trying to scare us off from accepting this child. And the whole first couple weeks of school, they would leave and just wait for the phone call from us to say, you've got to come get this child, because that's what was happening at their last school. They would tearfully tell us that they would drop their child off, and before they could even get to work, they were getting a phone call to come get their child for the day.
And when we got to, her first day of school, we were terrified and excited, but the walking in on that first day, like, they embraced her with it wasn't a problem.
And then eventually, when they see, we've got it, you're good, your child is good, we're doing it.
We had a team meeting with this teacher, an inclusion specialist. We were talking about kindergarten, and I had my notebook to ask, do you think he's going to be ready for kindergarten? And they volunteered, he's so kindergarten ready, we can't wait to hear how he does next year. And I had to suppress tears because thinking back to birthing this teeny baby, not knowing if he would talk or if he would walk, and to find out not only has he caught up with his peers, but he's really thriving, and I credit the Frazer Center for that.
Because we're doing it early, we're identifying those needs, and then we're basically setting that tone for that student. So we have students now that can verbally tell you, it's too loud, I need to step away, or it's too loud, I need my headphones, or I need a moment to cool down a little bit, opposed to becoming aggressive or upset and disrupting the classroom or disrupting their time for learning.
And then the parents are on board and they're reinforcing that behavior at home.
Because a lot of the goals sometimes that they work on here, it's probably similar goals that they're working on at home.
She taught me every day things that I needed to be doing on the side, or have you thought about this? And he really likes things this way. And so it's a partnership. The whole time you're here with the teachers, they help you so much.
Because of the environmental factors contribute so much to that person, we try to, in a sense, manipulate the environment to help them function better.
For example, when a student has any kind of moment, I'm able to kind of look at the whole situation and see what exactly started that child to get upset. So was it a sensory issue?
We have to look at the environment of the classroom, look at the environment of the school, and say, okay, what can I change to help the student function better?
I'd love one day to come to the adult program and nobody is here because everybody is out employed, volunteering.
What many individuals lack is the experience that many of us grew up having of going to the theater, of going out to eat.
We have a lot of people that really do want to work, and just finding them jobs is a challenge. So we really want to push that so that people can work and get a paycheck, just like anyone else.
The Frazer Center, frankly, has been a godsend for us.
We went from like surviving to thriving.
Seeing their face as they started to relax and realize that this child was going to stay.
I will never forget, like even that first few weeks, just feeling a sense of relief that we had never felt before, and feeling like we can trust our child in the care of somebody else was. There are no words to describe how that felt.
She is up against the odds and she is kicking butt. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh, beyond that, a caring. It is the caring piece that just sets the Frazer Center above and beyond anything else out there.
It's really the warmest, most enjoyable, most joyous place I've ever worked, and I think that's because we serve each other because we love each other, not because it's our job.
I think the biggest challenge for the Frazer Center right now is that we need more people bought into our mission and supporting it.
I would love to see us be a bigger resource to other schools in the community.
I think it would be a huge benefit for other schools to see us in action.
And serve as a model.
Hope for other schools to implement the same thing.
Us becoming that model school for other early childhood centers.
Can we have people come here and see us more as a learning lab to be able to see what we're doing in the classroom? So I think those are some great ways that we can expand what we're doing and have a bigger impact.
There are so many other families that should be able to do this and that don't.
Beyond that, it's having more people who really understand what inclusion is and are champions of it in their workplace, in their home, in their place of worship, in their Girl Scout troop, their Boy Scout troop, on their soccer team.
We all touch lives beyond our knowing. You know, we never know who's watching and the ripple effects that our actions can create. So I feel like Frazer's ripple effects, we'll never know, but I feel like we're throwing a big rock in the pond.